I started attending Special Nation because I knew a couple of the attendees. That was back when there was 2 members, and I remember we'd be so excited when we grew to 4 or 5, and we'd take a picture every week just to track the growth. And now to see that the room, we don't even fit in that room anymore, and it's just incredible to see the growth that it's had and the impact that it's had on the families that are involved.
Being a part of Special Nations changed all of our lives. And for the first time, we were able to find a church family. Not only a church family that embraced us, but a church family that wanted us.
There's such a difference between tolerance and acceptance. And so to tolerate our children being within the church is one thing, but to come to the place of acceptance and inclusion, and just, it requires that they move freely among the body of Christ because they are members of the body of Christ.
We have probably 300 plus pages in a year of his typing, and a lot. And Special Nations is, we were looking, we knew there needed to be a community. The typing, the facilitated communication has been profound, but not just that, but us having an outlet, Jeannie having an outlet with other mothers.
In the beginning, we really wanted families to be able to come to church. That was really the goal, and it's a good goal, and it's a loving goal. But we didn't really get it yet. And then it moved into, oh wow, these people, it doesn't look like it from the outside, but we're learning that they are intelligent, competent, able to understand, and really thirsty, hungry and thirsty for the word, for relationship, for community.
I know she's in there, and so my husband got to change the way he talks, and she understands. It's a whole different environment in our house.
Catherine typed, and it was the first time she said, "I love you," on the computer.
For years, I felt like the only person dealing with what I was dealing with, that there was no one else on the planet but me.
That's where the journey began. We started typing as a means to reach her deeper desires and feelings and things that we weren't able to see before.
And it's funny because I did have a lot of faith, and right before Connor started typing, my faith started to dwindle. It was like I had just enough to get me that far.
I think that is really the secret to this whole life that we're experiencing right now, is for everyone at Special Nation to be able to type so they can get their feelings out and get their dreams out, get their hopes out, so we know too, and we can be part of that in their lives.
With the education and the instruction around typing has given me an ability to connect with Sarah in a way that I didn't have before.
To be able to watch all of our kids blossom over time, it's really evolved over time, and the kids have really connected.
As my child says, it saved him from the isolation of autism.
I remember in the last video talking about, and just from the bottom of my heart, that I thought that my daughter would never come to church again. And not only does she come every week, twice a week, but she runs in ahead of me, and it's just been the most amazing transformation. We have families that drive 40 minutes to church, families that had stopped or given up going to church altogether.
We had been traveling through the world of autism and trying everything, every method, every therapy. I had never heard of facilitated communication. I'd never heard of Redeemer Church, but there was a conference here. We came for an evaluation with Jacob, and that day was our miracle. That was the day that I learned that my son was in there, and that he was intelligent, and that our life was getting ready to change.
When we describe Special Nation, Jesus is the foundation of it. He's our model, our example. But we break it up into 3 pillars, and it starts with presumed competence, and then it rolls into community, and then communication. And all 3 parts of it are essential to make up what we have today. Every Sunday, we have Sunday service for our Special Nation individuals, their children, all the way up to adults. Once a month, we have something called Second Sunday Special Praise, and it's a special needs family worship experience. It's a no-hush service. Anyone's welcome. And then we have our friends group every Wednesday night, and that's a really excellent time to come and for parents to get together, for the young adults, teens, and kids to get together to catch up on the week, and it's weekly. So you really do walk life together and experience life together. We also have Special Nation baptism, 1 to 2 times a year, where we get to offer one of the most amazing experiences as a believer, the act of baptism. And it's a beautiful experience, a life-changing experience. And it's amazing to see the response that, yes, they absolutely, through typing, they are able to express to us, yes, I know what baptism is, and yes, I'm ready for it. And then some of them say, yes, I know what baptism is, I am not ready for it, but maybe next year.
I've been in the field for over 10 years, and it's just something that I've never seen anywhere else. And there's no real other explanation for it aside from the fact that they feel the respect and they feel love the minute they walk in that room. People who typically have emotional and behavioral challenges that are pretty extreme are so present and so calm and so happy.
It is so rare to hear about improvements and breakthroughs in profound autism, but we are seeing them on a weekly basis here at Special Nation. And it's because of relationships, it's because of community, it's because of complete and utter raw belonging that everybody yearns for, every human being longs for, and every human being deserves.
My life has been impacted so broadly by Special Nation, so much so that my husband and I have begun a journey to start a group home for beautiful young women with autism who are nonverbal but verbal through typing.
I would love for communities to embrace special needs and not see it as something that's big and scary and challenging, but something that's so wonderful and brings so much life to everybody involved.
It would be really easy to say, this is so incredible. Let's just keep building on it here. Let's keep nice and tight knit, and just let's keep going with what we're doing, which we're going to do. But really, we want to see this happen in other cities. We want to see communities like this starting everywhere.
Our kids, because of how their bodies won't cooperate with their minds, they just speak a heart language that if you will just go from tolerance to acceptance by just immersing yourself in their life or just coming to Special Praise, coming to Special Nation, you will be forever changed. And it's a very mutual relationship, and it's beautiful.